Hi, today's recipe is barbecue beans, and the first thing that we need to do is cut the vegetables nice and small so they'll cook quickly in the microwave. So I've just taken the skin off an onion and cut it in half. So I've got a flat side nice and flush on the board so it won't slip around. I'm going to put my fingers on top and just wiggle the knife through the middle, almost to the end, but not quite. And then I'm going to find the lines on the onion skin and just trace the same way with my knife, cutting through, not quite again cutting right to the end, just so the onion stays together, and then turn it the other way round, and then you can slice it nicely into a diced onion like that. So just finish the end bit off there. Now I'm just going to move that to the side and we'll move on to our next vegetable. Obviously you can do it a lot slower. I've got a carrot here. I've given it a wash and chopped both ends off. I've cut mine in half just so I can show you quicker. So what I'm going to do is, because we want this nice and thin, I'm going to cut long widths down of the carrot. So I'll just show you with this half. And then I'm going to cut along as if you would be making like carrot batons for a snack. So going lengthways there, careful with your fingers, and then turn it the other way and cut down so you get a nice diced carrot, and that will cook really quickly in the microwave, which is key. So just take your time to do that. And then we've got fennel today. Now, fennel has a bit of a hard core at the bottom. So if you cut it open, you can see that, and then you can just use your knife and create almost like a triangle cut there to cut the core out. It's a bit like if you were using cabbage. So I'm just removing that hard bit there. I'm just going to chop the top off, but save that, you can use it in cooking. And just like the onion, I'm going to slice down nice and finely. I'm going to go all the way with this one. And then I'm going to turn it on its side and chop the other way so that you get nice diced small bits of fennel, and you can take your time to go back over if you've got any bigger bits left over. So keep going till you've chopped all of your vegetables nice and small. Now all the vegetables are cooked for 8 minutes. I'm going to add in some beans. These are Borlotti beans, but you could use any kind of beans that you want. Then I'm going to add in a can of chopped tomatoes. Then I'm going to add in a lot of flavour through smoked paprika. And I'm going to be really generous and put in a whole, that's a bit too much there, let me just break that off. A whole tablespoon full. Then I'm going to inject some sweetness and put in brown sugar. Mine's a bit lumpy because it got a bit dried, but that'll be fine. It will dissolve with the liquid and melt down nicely. And then just to bring some richness to the dish, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. So just squeeze that out generously into your spoon, and then you might need, or you can use a knife just to slide that in there. And we're switching from a tablespoon to a teaspoon, so it's much smaller. And we're going to add in either 1 stock cube, if you've got a cube just sprinkle 1 in, or 1 stock powder for me. And then we're going to add in some mustard, which is often in barbecue sauces. It just gives it a nice richness and strong flavour there. That's just Dijon mustard. It's not as hot as English mustards, don't worry. But if you do like things hot, you can add in a little sprinkle of chilli powder or chilli flakes, just to however much you like. I'm just putting a bit in for me. And then stir everything up nicely. And then what we're going to do is cook this in the microwave for 15 minutes, but every 5 minutes take it out and stir it and then put it back in again. So we need to just put the lid or the plate, which is what I'm using, back on the microwave. This helps it cook faster and also stops it spatting everywhere. Put it in for 15 minutes, and every 5 minutes of that cooking time, take it out, give it a stir, put it back in, and I'll see you then. And after you finish cooking, just give it a stir, let it cool down, and you can enjoy your barbecue beans with mash, potatoes or rice or as a side dish. Enjoy!